Welcome, nerds, to the TV news. That's a little ambiguous, don't you think? This is a clip that is taken from the larger Week in Nerddom that gets posted up on the main YouTube channel at Generally Nerdy, or youtube.com/Generally Nerdy, however you have to go about it. This section of the news, we're talking about TV shows and episodic shows on streaming networks. I'm still working out a way to say that isn't such a mouthful. Either way, it's going to be TV shows, right? That's how this works. And so let's just get into it, shall we? That brings us to the TV portion of today, and honestly, this is mostly follow-ups. So yeah, let's get to this real quick. First up, we have Agatha, Coven of Chaos, might have undergone another name change. According to actress Aubrey Plaza, who's going to be in the show, she's taken to her socials and posted some things. One of those is a picture of a script that has the title, what is the name of the damn? Darkhold Diaries. That's what it was. Darkhold Diaries. So possibly changing the name. Feige is shaking things up over on the Marvel side of things. I think it's because Iger is forcing him to, because he's not making money anymore. Well, not making the same money anymore. And so they feel like it's probably because of certain issues we're not going to necessarily talk about, because, you know, public opinion being what it's perceived to be. I don't even think it's 100% public opinion, but Coven of Chaos might have changed its name to Darkhold Diaries, or that could be just an episode title for the series. Remains to be seen, but we will be keeping tabs on this because it's an interesting potential. From there, we go into the fall of the House of Usher. We got an update from Netflix. We got a release window. That release window is August. I believe it was August 30th, though I could be wrong because it's not in the notes. I don't know why it didn't make it into the notes, but there's a link that will take you to the source that'll give you the rough window. I think it was just August as a month. Either way, sorry, bad, we'll follow up, I promise. From there, let's go over to Walking Dead, Dead City. We finally got a premiere date for it. It will be on, or I'm sorry, not finally got a premiere. They bumped up the premiere date is what the news is here. Premieres on AMC Plus June 15th. It is still going to be June 18th on AMC Broadcast. But if you subscribe to AMC Plus, then you will get it 3 days earlier, which is awesome because I'm champing at the bit for this one. This is going to be such a cool series. They're setting it up to be such a cool series. I don't want to get ahead of myself. From there, let's go to some more cancellations. Oh boy. Lockwood Company, if you remember, was a suggestion on this channel some months back because I legitimately watched the entire series in the span of about 2 days, or the entire season 1. It was entertaining. It was very simple. It's based on a young adult fiction novel, which is why it was fairly simple, but very entertaining, definitely did its job and did the thing well, and had you intrigued for more by the time you got to the end. And now Netflix is axing it. So Netflix just really, really wants people to not subscribe to their service anymore, apparently. From there, we have one other cancellation to talk about. And this isn't even technically a proper cancellation, but the live-action Powerpuf Girls series that went through so many iterations over at the CW, so many to the point that they had a pilot episode that went to air, got horrible backlash. The feedback was terrible, so they scrapped it and were going to redo that, and now the redo is what has been canceled. No longer are they doing a live-action Powerpuf Girls series over at the CW, and thank God for that. From there, that's what we got for follow-ups and corrections. We did get one trailer in the TV section this week, and that is Kong Skull Island, the animated... Oh boy, this is such a rat's nest of things. But so there's an animated Kong series called Skull Island that is coming to Netflix. There is also a live action series that is coming to Apple TV Plus that is called Monsterverse. And then there's also the Monarch series, and I can't remember where that one's going, but that's based on the same properties. No, I think I'm confusing them. I apologize. So let's take that back. Kong, the Skull Island show is Netflix. The Monsterverse got changed to Monarch, and is on Apple TV Plus. That's what it was. Sorry, my brain kind of farted for a second, but I fixed it. So this is not necessarily tied directly into the Monarch series, but it is still somehow into the, I don't even know. It's so hard to keep track with this stuff because the rights are all wibbly wobbly, jumbled up. But yeah, so we got a trailer. It's interesting. The animation's fantastic. This is going to be more in the anime side of things and less in the children's programming side of things, and I dig it. I can get behind that. From there, we have regular ass news to get out of the way, and this is fairly significant, if not, I don't know. We'll just get into it. So, Critical Role, the ever popular, ever famous Critical Role, they're going to be doing a one-off episode this month, May 30th to be precise. They're going to be doing that one-off episode based on Legend of Zelda. They're going to do, their episodes run fairly long, so I'd imagine you're looking at probably about an hour and a half worth of Critical Role doing voices for Legend of Zelda. How are they going to do voices for Legend of Zelda tabletop D&D style? Because like, if whoever is playing Link just will not talk, because Link doesn't talk. So yeah, I'm very intrigued by this. I'm super excited about it, and that's definitely Critical Role going, we don't have writers, except for our DM, but like, he doesn't count as a writer. He's planning our adventure, and then all of the writing, quote unquote, is improv. So yeah, let's let the writer strike happen. Let's take advantage and do something that is going to be very likely amazing, and they can take care of their stuff on the side. That's what we got there. That's everything we got. So let's talk about TV suggestion this week. We're going back to Miss Maisel just because season 5, episode 8 was almost, this is very potentially perfect television. This episode very specifically is possibly perfect television. Has you rolling on the floor, has you thinking about philosophical depths of how the genders interact and how the world perceives this group of people versus this group of people, and also like incredible character development. Just so much amazing about this show. We only have one episode left. I'm pretty sure it's only going to 9 episodes. Better be an hour and a half long episode, man, because I still have so many questions. But if you are falling behind on your Marvelous Miss Maisel, you absolutely need to catch up, because episode 8 of season 5 is the best piece of television I've seen in I don't even know how many years. Go watch it. Once again, nerds, this has been the TV and streaming news for the week, taken from the main show, The Week in Nerddom, which is posted on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Thank you for joining me here, nerds. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.